Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Giving you a little update here on Bangkok. I got a lot of messages in the comments, just checking in on my status here in Bangkok, Thailand. And I wanted to give you a little update, give you a little recap real quick of what we experienced here as far as the earthquake is concerned, and also what the city is doing in response. And also, a lot of people have also contacted us who are planning on coming to Bangkok, and so they're trying to figure out, like, do I go, do I not go? So I'm going to give you all of that. There's also some information on some hotel discounts as well, because there are some buildings that were not safe to go back into, and so there are quite a few displaced residents here as well. So I'm going to share all of that with you. My husband and I were not in the same place when the earthquake occurred. He was in our condo building on the 35th floor and had to evacuate. He was asleep when it occurred, when the earthquake started, was startled awake, and had to make the quick decision to just abandon the condo and take off and evacuate with everybody else from the condo building. Out into the street. Thankfully, a car dealership took in a bunch of the people, as many as they could fit into their offices, and gave them water and just some shelter and air conditioning, because it happened in the afternoon, and that time of the day it was sweltering here in Bangkok. I was across the city from Rob and not walking distance, unfortunately, so I had to just figure out different ways of moving little bits at a time throughout the city, and then I finished by walking the last about mile and a half or so to where he was, which was over by our building. So made it over to him later on in the evening, and then they finally cleared us after checking the building to go back to our apartments. And we did stay there for a couple of days, but just really felt still unsettled. There was quite a bit of damage to the building. Just like you could see like drywall chips on the ground, and just like big cracks and stuff. And in our apartment itself, even after the first night, found more cracks, or bigger cracks, more pronounced than the ones that were there the day before. So we made the decision to go ahead and pack some bags and leave the condo and move into a low-rise hotel, which is where we are now, in a low-rise hotel. And I tell you, I think a lot of people were thinking the same thing as we passed a lot of people as we were coming and going from the condo building those first couple of days. Passed a lot of people who were also doing the same thing. They had packed up some bags and they were, leaving for a few days. There is a big event coming up soon. April 13th through the 15th is Songkran Festival, which is Thai New Year. And I know a lot of people were planning on coming here for that, and some even before that, which is why a lot of people were asking us, like, should we still go to Bangkok? Is it still worth it? So let's talk about that. We did hear from one of the hotel management companies, and they have shared, I'm going to read to you what they've shared. So this is from Asset World Corporation, and they are also offering 50% discounts up until April 6th, but we suspect they're going to extend that. So the hotels that are covered by Asset World Corporation are the Ateni, Bangkok Marriott Marquis, Bangkok Marriott Hotel Suragansi, Le Meridian Bangkok, Doubletree by Hilton Sukhumvit, the Holiday Inn Express Bangkok Satorn, Inside by Malia, Swiss Hotel Ratchada, and the Okuda Prestige Bangkok. So those are the ones covered here, and they are offering a 50% discount, like I said, through April 6th with the coupon code. But let me just tell you kind of what they said, because this really says a lot. There's a company, like I said, that manages some pretty significant hotels here in the city. This is from them, and they have put this out there, which I think is reassuring that they've done this in a public manner in response to the earthquake. This is from AWC. In response to the earthquake that occurred in Bangkok on March 28, 2025, as well as ongoing aftershocks, Asset World Corporation Public Company Limited, AWC, wishes to inform you that all of our projects have undergone safety inspections and remain open for service. We continue to coordinate closely with the Meteorological Department and related agencies, monitoring and conducting thorough safety assessments to ensure the well-being and confidence of everyone using our facilities. The company places the highest priority on safety and on the welfare of individuals within our buildings, our guests, customers, business partners, and all other stakeholders. We appreciate the concern and encouragement offered by everyone and reaffirm our commitment to ensuring security and peace of mind. AWC would also like to extend assistance to our friends and fellow citizens affected by the earthquake who are unable to return home between now and April 6th. We are offering 50% discount on accommodations at 9 AWC hotels in Bangkok, redeemable with the special code AWC50 when making reservations directly through each hotel's website or by contacting the hotels via their phone numbers. So I think that that's really amazing that they are offering something like that. There are, like I said earlier, some people who are displaced. There are some buildings that have some very significant damage. One thing you will find, and I think this is in a lot of these condo buildings, I've been in a couple of them since the earthquake for a variety of reasons, and not all the elevators are working in all of the buildings. I was in a building today where basically they were only using the service lift to get up and down in the building, or the service lift, and they had one of 4 elevators working. In our building, we have 5 elevators and only one working, of 5 in 2 different bays. So it's taking a long time, to get up and down and things like that. Obviously, that's nowhere near the hassle of other things that could have occurred, but just so you know, these are some of the things that you'll be facing. But honestly, for the most part, almost all of the public transportation has been reopened, including the airport rail link, which was a huge problem on the first day, of course, because so many people that had arrived were stuck at the airport, because normally a lot of people would take the airport rail link into the city and then get transportation once they got into the city. Well, unfortunately, that was not open. And so they were using buses, and they called in like the National Guard, and were using buses to bus people in from the airport to the city in order to try to, extract some people from the airport that didn't need to be there anymore because they had just arrived. So just a lot of things like that occurring here in the city. It has been an interesting and very unique experience when I run into my Thai friends, or even just other expats here in the city in these last couple of days. It feels like there's just kind of this almost really kind of bonded, even though we didn't experience it together. We experienced it at the same time, and so everyone's just kind of sharing the stories with each other. Just kind of, I feel like it feels a little bit like, just like therapy almost, to be able to share your experience with somebody else and just kind of get that fear off your chest. So just thought I would get on here and just kind of give you a little bit of an update of what's going on, some offerings that they have. I think this effort by AWC has been really good. I really honestly think with Songkran coming, they are offering those discounts up until April 6th, but I really do think that they are going to extend that, especially with Songkran. I believe it's probably going to be a less attended Songkran than over the years, because I do think a lot of people are canceling their trips here, and I think that it is safe to be here, or we wouldn't be here still. We could go anywhere that we wanted to go, anywhere else in Southeast Asia or just someplace else, but we did choose to stay here in the city. I have been to a few businesses already, to grocery stores and to malls, and everything seems to be back to normal. These smaller hotels, one thing I did notice is that there aren't you don't see any cracks or anything like that in the walls, whereas several of the other condo buildings that I've seen have you'll see the cracks up the drywall, or pieces of the ceiling and drywall on the ground and things like that. So just kind of keep in mind and really assess, because only you can make that decision. You can't come because, oh, well, Ali said I should go. Well, I didn't say that. I'm saying this is the information that I have. This is what we are experiencing here right now in real time. And just take this information and use it to help you make a decision, because you're the only one who can figure out, you know, am I going to be okay with that mentally? So just think about that. Take that into account. Know that there are a lot of companies around the city offering things like this. There'll be some other things coming up. As I learn about those, I'll be sharing some more of that with you. Hopefully this is helpful to you and does help you make a decision if you're going to still come to Bangkok or not, or Thailand at all. Lots of places are safe. We have friends in Hua Hin that didn't feel a thing. Or over in Rayong, again, didn't feel a thing, while we felt it really strongly here in Bangkok. So keep that in mind. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions, and I'll update you guys later, and I'll have my regular videos on Saturday as well. Thanks, guys.